Algebra 1, Section 4-7, Inverse linear functions. Inverse linear functions. So an inverse relation is when you set of ordered pairs obtained by exchanging the x-coordinates with the y-coordinates. So if you have a set of ordered pairs, you obtain these ordered pairs by using other ordered pairs and exchanging their x and y values. So set of ordered pairs obtained by exchanging the x-coordinates with the y-coordinates, or vice versa, same thing. And so here's an example. If this point 5, 3 is an ordered pair in a relation, then 3, 5 is an ordered pair in an inverse relation. So you just see, we just switch x and y. That's all there is to it, to make an inverse relation. So here's a further example. I've got relation A, and we're going to have inverse relation. And we're going to call that inverse relation B. And so here's A, I've got -3, -16. I've got -1, 4, 2, 14, and 1, -5. And so I'm just going to look at each one of these ordered pairs, and I'm just going to switch x and y. So for the inverse relation, I've got -16, -3, 4, -1, 14, 2, and -5, 1. So I'm just switching my x and y values. Now, let's look at the graph of inverse relations. So here's an example. If I have a line, we're going to call it, the relation is going to be A, the first one we're going to do, and then we're going to show the inverse one, and that's going to be B. So I've got 2 points on this line to help me graph it, -1, 0, and 2, 3. So let's graph the original here. Let's make large units so that we can see easily what's happening. Okay, -1, 0. So my x value is -1, my y is 0. And then 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And so my line is going to look like this. Okay, so that is relation A. Now let's look at B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap x and y here, 0, -1, and 3, 2. So I've just switched x and y. So now I'm just going to plot these points for this relation here. 0, -1, 0, -1, and 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. And there I have done it. There's B. Now, what's going to happen here, and you can't totally see it with the way I graphed it, but there is a line that is x equals y right there. And whenever you take the inverse of an equation or a relation, then what happens is you just draw the mirror image on the other side of x equals y, or y equals x. I should say y equals x. How did I do x equals y? I'm tripping. All right, y equals x. So let's look at another example. And let's see if we can see that a little more clearly. So we're going to draw a graph again. Let's do 5, 3, 4, 5. All right, my relation is 2, 0, and -4, 2. And I'm going to do the inverse. And my inverse is going to be 0, 2, and 2, -4. So let's graph A first and then B. So 2, 0 is our first point. And then -4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up 2. There we go. -4, 2. And so let's draw this line. Like that. Remember, a line has arrows on each side. Okay, and so this one was A. And then if I were to draw this y equals x here, I'm going to mirror A across y equals x. And if that's confusing, it doesn't make any sense, sometimes it's kind of hard to see what that should look like. Don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about y equals x so much. You just need to plot these points correctly and you're fine. So 0, 2, and then 2, -4. 1, 2, -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. And then I'm going to draw this line. And this one was A and this one was B. So there it is, a mirror image across the y equals x line. All right, let's keep going. Now, we're going to find the inverse of linear functions. Find the inverse of linear functions. So we're going to start with an example and we're going to show the steps next to it. So f of x equals 4x minus 8. Okay, then we're going to substitute f of x. We're going to substitute y for f of x. 4x equals 8. So what we did here in step 1 is we substituted y for f of x. Okay. Next, we are going to swap or interchange x and y. So it's going to be x equals 4y minus 8. So step 2, we interchange or swap or switch or whatever word works best for you, helps you to understand it. Interchange x and y. It's not x and y, it's x and y. All right. Now, step 3 is we're going to solve for y. So let's do that. So I've got x equals 4y minus 8. What I'm going to do is I am going to add 8 to each side. So I've got x plus 8 equals 4y. Then I'm going to divide everything by 4. And so I have x over 4, which is 1/4 x. 1/4 x plus 8 divided by 4 is 2 equals 4 divided by 4, which is 1, y. And now I know I can just switch this expression with this expression. I can just move these over. So I say y equals 1/4 x plus 2. Now my last step is going to be to change this y to be f, the inverse of f of x. Put that little -1 up there. That means the inverse of f of x equals 1/4 x plus 2. So step 4, replace y with the inverse of f of x. And circle your answer. So we're going to do a few examples here. Let's do probably 3. So let's do one together. F of x equals 1/2 x plus 11. So let's do this one together. What I'm going to do, step 1, I'm going to switch f of x and y. So y equals -1/2 x plus 11. Now I'm going to switch x and y. X equals 1/2 y plus 11. Now step 3, I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 11 from each side. I get x minus 11 equals -1/2 y. I'm going to multiply everything by whatever makes this +1. So everything needs to be multiplied by -2. Because -2 times -1/2 is going to give me +1. So everything needs to be multiplied by -2. So I've got -2x plus 22 equals y, or 1y. And so that gives me y equals -2x plus 22. And then I need to change this y, step 4, to inverse of x equals -2x plus 22. Circle that thing, and I'm done with that example. All right, you do one now. Follow the steps. F of x equals 1/3 x plus 4. So go ahead and pause, follow the steps, get this one done, go. All right, let's see how you did. I'm going to change this to y equals 1/3 x plus 4. I'm going to interchange x and y. X equals 1/3 y plus 4. I got to multiply everything by whatever makes this 1y. So I need to multiply everything by 3. Oh, I didn't subtract the 4. That's all right. I can do that in a minute. So I've got 3x equals 1y plus 12. I'm going to subtract 12 from each side. I get 3x minus 12 equals y. And I'm going to switch sides here. So y equals 3x minus 12. And then rewrite this as inverse of x equals 3x minus 12. All right, hope you guys did a good job on that one. I'm going to give you one more you try. So we'll have to fit it, smash it down here at the bottom. F of x equals -4x minus 3. All right, do that you try, and we'll come back and take a look at it in a moment. Go ahead and pause and get to work. All right, see how you did. y equals negative 4x minus 3. Going to switch x and y. X equals negative 4y minus 3. Add 3 to each side. I'm going to just move all of this up here. Whoop. X plus 3 equals negative 4y. I need to multiply this whole thing by whatever makes this 1y, positive 1y. So I need to multiply it by the reciprocal of this, negative 1/4, so that I can get positive 1. Negative 1/4 times negative 4 is going to get me 4 over 4, and that, which is 1. Negative times negative is 0. I mean, negative times a negative is a positive. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Whew. Okay, so that gives me negative 1/4 x minus 3/4 equals y. Ooh, that's all right. Y equals negative 1/4 x minus 3/4. And now I'm just going to rewrite this y as the inverse of x equals negative 1/4 x minus 3/4. Circle that thing, and we are done with 4-7.